Hi everyone. In this video we're going to take a look at the first of a number of differences between the past simple and the present perfect. These are two tenses that cause problems for students right across the levels from when they're first introduced to them at elementary, sort of in the elementary, low intermediate, right up to advanced. Students still make mistakes with this. So it's definitely something that is very important that we teach the students to get right. Now, my favourite way to teach this is to introduce two characters. And these are just pictures that I cut out of one of the Christmas newspapers. So if you do recognise them, they are famous people, but she is an actress and he is a rugby player. But I would introduce these pictures as just coming from Google. And I would say, okay guys, here are two people, let's give them some names. And ask the students to name them. So we're going to call her Sarah. And we're going to call him Robbie. Now what we're doing here is we're actually going to build stories related to these two characters, and each of the characters is going to represent one of the two tenses. So we're going to start off with something simple, and I'm going to say that both of them love to travel. And so I'm going to draw a timeline here with now. And I say to the students, where does Sarah like to travel to? And they say India and Portugal. And I'm going to put a couple of years on here, so 2010 and 2013. And where does Robbie like to travel to? And they say the USA. And where else would he like to visit? He would like to visit Spain. And then we've got a question mark here. And now say to the students, what is the difference between these two? Okay, the countries are different, but what else is different? And what you want them to say is that here we know when. But here we don't know when. Or it's not important when it happened. And that's your first difference between the past simple and the present perfect. With the past simple, we know when the action happened. But with the present perfect, we don't know when it happened, or it's not important when it happened at some point in that person's life. And then we simply build the sentences. So we can say that Sarah went to India in 2010. And one of the great things about this is that you have not created the marker sentence. The students have created this sentence. They named the character, they told you where she likes to travel to. So the character belongs to the student, and that personalizes it, makes it more engaging for them. Then we make our sentence over here, and we simply say that, not Sarah, we say Robbie has been to the USA. But again, we don't know when, or it's not important when he went. He went at some point in his life. And then we can have a look at the negatives. So we can say that Sarah didn't go to India in 2013. And over here, maybe we could say Robbie has not been, or has never been, we're going to talk about that later, has not been to Portugal. And then if we take a quick look at the questions, did Sarah go to India in 2010? Yes or no? Has Robbie been to the USA? yes or no. And when did Sarah go to India? She went to India in 2010. And with Robbie, it could be where has Robbie been? Robbie has been to the USA. And notice that now you've got an extra set of sentences that the students can practice with. So, Sarah went to Portugal in 2013. Sarah didn't go to Portugal in 2010, and so on. And that's your first difference. Join me in the next video right below this one when we will talk about another important difference between the present perfect and the past simple. Take care.